So one of the biggest things that I've called out the Winnipeg Jets for, and this has been ever since I started the channel. Ever since I started the channel, the Winnipeg Jets have just not really been that good on the blue line. I mean, sure they had Truba at one point when I was watching hockey, but ever since I started this channel, their blue line just hasn't been it. But and even like Bufflin that one season didn't play. You really had Josh Morrissey as your one notable defenseman. And look, Nate Schmidt is not a huge defenseman. I'm not saying that he is, but I think that since Vancouver had relatively a down season, the contract does look bad for Schmidt. I'm not going to deny that at all. But you may have a bounce back candidate here. And I'm going to be honest by saying that. I think that I still think that he can be a good defenseman. I mean, it just didn't work out in Vancouver, and you could argue it was because they sucked. COVID, just a relatively down season for him. You could argue anything. I think that he is going to bounce back. There is no doubt in my mind. I think he will. You can put that under the category of a hot take, but generally when I look at the team, I really do think he can bounce back on this blue line. He's going to have a chance to. He's going to be playing maybe even first pairing minutes at points. Brendan Dillon can step up to the plate. You got Logan Stanley on the rise too. You have other things to factor in with that, but he's probably, most likely, going to play top four D minutes. So I just think that when I look at that, I say, okay, so I think he's going to be solid. But anyways, the trade is, I kind of got into my Nate Schmidt discussion there because I am a big fan of Nate Schmidt. I liked him when he was in Vegas. I remember when he got traded to Vancouver, I was very excited because at the time, Vancouver looked like a cup contender, and then they just died. The trade is Nate Schmidt goes over to the Winnipeg Jets. No salary retained on his 4-year contract for a 2023 third-round pick. And the reason why I'm talking about this trade is, honestly, it's a good deal, and I think the Jets are finally addressing their blue line problems. They've never really, they've been interested in defensemen. They were interested in Pietrangelo. They were interested in guys, but they never pulled the trigger on getting defensemen. And these guys aren't big name guys. Don't get me wrong, but I still think that adding Schmidt and Brendan Dillon to this blue line is going to help them out significantly. I really do believe that. And if they can go out and get a guy like Dougie Hamilton, that could be a big stretch. But if they can go out and get a guy like him, the Jets roster is actually pretty damn good. So let me know what you guys think of this trade in the comments below. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. The free agency live stream will start a half hour after this video comes out. So thank y'all for watching and for all your support, and I will see you guys in the next video.